info dumping is a sure way to get me to DNF a book. Gosh, you were so annoying. Man, so annoying. I don't know why my Kindle would not let me be great. Hello, welcome to Reread. I'm Deja, and today we are doing another reading vlog. I'm actually coming on here on my lunch break because I figured it is about time to start this reading vlog. I have not done much reading since I closed out the last vlog because I think I mentioned at the beginning of the last vlog that I am kind of on deadline for my sci-fi romance that I'm writing, and I actually got like some character art for it. It's not like official character art, but I'm working with the cover artist and they sent me some options for how I want my main character to look, and it just made me so happy. Like, it's just so happy to like see my character come alive. And so it's just like motivating me to like want to keep like writing my story. I have like 15,000 more words to write before I hit the word count that I have in mind for how long I want this book to be. And it's not going to be like super long. Like, honestly, I don't see this book becoming more than 400 pages, like in book format. So, yeah, I feel like I'm almost done. And it's exciting, but it's also like, oh my gosh, like, is this really coming true? Like, it's crazy, but I'm super happy about that. I won't share it here because I only got permission to share it in my newsletter. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just super happy that I saw it, and they're going to be sending me even more. So, if you are interested, of course, like my newsletter is down below. I'll be sharing a little bit more as we continue to go through the process. Probably won't reveal the cover for a little while. But yeah, if you are interested, I'll have that link down below to sign up for my romance pen name newsletter. Because of that, I have not done much reading. I just couldn't concentrate. But I am currently in the middle of 5 books right now, and I need to get that down. I just watched Izzy's from Happy From Now trying to read more books off her currently reading list, and I'm just like, I need to do the same because some of these books I've been reading for a good while now, and I need to get them off my currently reading list. So what am I currently in the middle of? So the first one is the Magic and Melanin anthology, which is just a magical short story collection by Black authors. And I've only read the first 2 short stories, which were definitely decent reads. Like, I didn't hate them or anything. I've just not been called to read short stories. And I feel like I pick up the short stories when I want something super short to read and I don't feel like reading like a full chapter of a novel. Although some of these short stories are longer than a chapter, so I don't know, my brain is weird, but that's basically when I'm picking up these books and I just haven't been called to do that. I do know that the next short story is actually by what's this author's name? Omari Richards. Yeah, I was blanking for a second. But he wrote the Himani Legacy initiation book that I was really enjoying last year that I still have yet to finish. But I'm trying to hold off until we get the next book. So I really love his writing. So I'm curious what this short story will bring. So I feel like I could see myself at least reading that short story in this vlog, but who knows? I also feel like I talked about August Lane, and in those 2, 3 days that I haven't updated or even started this video, I already DNF'd that. I DNF'd it at 15% because honestly, there was just so much info dumping, and I kept picking it up. Less like, I don't care. Like, there was a whole thing about the male main character Luke's virginity story in high school, and it has like a dual timeline thing, and I'm just like, I don't care. I really don't. And then I started chapter 3, and it's talking about the history with his ex-wife, and I was like, I don't care at all. So I was like, the fact that I'm saying this so much, and I was actually buddy reading it with somebody, and they got to like 50% into it, and they were just like, there's still like a lot of info dumping, but it does get better at like the 20% mark. And I was just like, I think I'm good. Like, I love slow burn, I love emotional romances, but info dumping is a sure way to get me to DNF a book. So I definitely DNF that one. What else am I in the middle of? I think Yeah, I am also reading another arc called We Were Not Kings, which actually, on the day that I'm filming this, is actually releasing today. This is a literary fiction set in the Caribbean that's following a lot of family drama, generational trauma, and all of that stuff that you usually get in literary fiction. And I'm not hating it, but I'm not also called to pick it up. So far, I think I'm only like 8, maybe 10% into this. And so far, there's been just a lot of family dynamics and interesting relationship dynamics. Like the character is getting ready to go to college, and yeah, like just family drama stuff happening. And I won't say that like there's nothing like keeping me pulled to it, but I don't know, I just haven't been called to pick it up. And I don't think it's bad. I think I just need to be in the literary fiction mood, and I don't think that I am right now. So that is another one that I'm currently in the middle of that I don't know if I will actually finish in this video. I am also still reading Fevered Star. I don't have the cover on it because I don't like reading with a dust jacket on, but I'm also reading Fevered Star, and I think, 6 chapters in now, and I'm still enjoying it. I still really like the characters. I think I mentioned in the last vlog that I'm not sure like where the strong romantic connection came from with two of the characters, but I'm just going with it. And I really do enjoy Rebecca Roanhorse's writing, so I'm not hating anything, but I'm not being as pulled in as I was with the first book. And I don't know why. Maybe because we have just been getting kind of like a refresh so far. So that is one that I could see myself potentially finishing in this video, depending on how I feel as we get towards the middle, because I heard that this one isn't anyone's favorite, so yeah, we will see. Because it also follows a character that I don't like. But that is another one that I'm reading. And then I also have 2 new books that I started because, of course, I did. And the first one is a sci fi romance by a Latina author. It is Memory Lost by Glori Medina. This one I started on audiobook, but I'm almost thinking that I should probably start it over and read the ebook because I don't think I like the voice of the character the way that the narrator is reading her. I will say that maybe because I'm not vibing with the character voice the way that the narrator is saying her or reading her parts out loud, like I think that's maybe why I'm not necessarily understanding this world yet. Like, I feel like I have a general grasp. Like, I know it's a sci-fi, but like, there's like a sci-fi plot happening, and I can't tell you what happens. Like, I feel like there's just like some shady thing happening, and I can't really tell you what I listened to. And I also feel like the book kind of started in the wrong place, and I hesitate to even say that because this isn't my story. Like, maybe it is starting in the right place, but like the back synopsis talks about a arranged marriage between her and her former best friend, and I'm like 15% into it, and so far we haven't really gotten that. We really just got like the prologue, which was basically the falling out between her and her best friend. And I thought that their falling out would be interesting, and we already know how they fall out because it's on the back synopsis. So I don't know, but just that prologue, it didn't necessarily like hook me into wanting to see them together or anything. And then we get to like the first chapter, and I'm still not necessarily connecting to her, and I don't know, I don't even really connect to him. So I'm truly wondering if it is just the audio narrator that is not making me connect to this. So I'm thinking I'm going to check out the ebook. Now, will I check out that ebook anytime soon to finish that in this video? Probably not, because I'm already reading a lot of things right now, and I wanted a quick sci-fi romance and I wanted to listen to something on audiobook, but yeah, this audiobook is just not working for me. And then the last one that I actually picked up was my first reread of the year, and that is Heavy as the Head, Love and War. I reread this book every single year, and I was trying to think about like, what is it about this fantasy romance that makes me reread it every single year? Like, I don't think there are any other books that I read annually and I read this one all the time. But as I was thinking about it, and like as I was reading it, because I'm like 142 pages into it, and I have only started it maybe like a day or so ago. But as I was reading it, it's not even that I like the main character. Honestly, Kayla, she annoys me. I feel like I've said that before in videos before, but I don't like her at all. Like, she is an annoying female main character to me. And so it surprises me that even though I'm a character driven reader, I still like this series. And I honestly feel like it's not even necessarily because the fantasy is good. Like, I feel like it's a very surface level. But like it is the prince, Makai, that I really like in this one. I really like how he has this like tense relationship with his father and wanting to like please him but also doing what he's told. And just like the weight of the crown on his head that you'll see in more in like the second book and how that like influences his decisions, and it creates this like tension a little bit between them, with him trying to become like a good king and like just a good person in general. But it's just that interesting part of like his character that I really enjoy. There is like a love triangle in this that is honestly useless because you pretty much know who they end up with. But I'm pretty sure it is Makai that I really like in this. And I will also say that this book isn't like super spicy, which is like part of my thing. Like, yes, there are like scenes there, but like I feel like you get that slow build up to their relationship. And even then, I will say that it wasn't like the perfect way that they would do like romance, but like I appreciated that it wasn't like super spicy. It wasn't just like, oh, he's a shadow daddy. Like, I feel like there's more to Makai's character, especially, but it just seems like there's just more like push and pull and like the romantic tension between them that I like seeing in romances. And of course, it's in a fantasy world, and you get like the pretty gowns and stuff. There's like a moment where Kala is dancing or something, and they're at like a ball or something. So I was like, you get those like fantasy scenes and stuff, but like yeah, it is that romantic tension and that push and pull that I love seeing. And it isn't just like, oh, I want to like fuck you. So yeah, I think that's why I gravitate to this series all the time, and why I haven't really felt like I've gotten that in a lot of fantasy romances. It's just those like politics and that romantic tension that I want, that I think that this author does very well. So that is what I'm currently reading. I know that I'll probably finish the Heavy as a Head book, but the other books, I'm not sure. I'm thinking while I eat lunch I might read the Omari Richards short story so I can count that as a win. But I really do need to finish some books because I don't want to go into September reading these books. Like, I've been reading these for too long, and I am just ready to just sit with a good book. And there's a lot of like thick books that I want to get to in September, because by then, or even like by the middle of September, I will probably be done with my sci-fi romance. So then all I'm going to be doing is enjoying my life and reading books. I thought I would come on here and finally start this video, because if I didn't do it today, I probably wouldn't do it ever. But yeah, I will check in the next update. Okay, I am about to go run some errands, but I wanted to update you guys because I did actually read that short story and I really liked it. Omari Richards, of course, has a great writing style, really leans into that epic fantasy, like slow build of like politics, and I really love how he does like the character driven part of epic fantasy. And I think that he's one of the better authors in terms of writing female representation, which I really appreciate. This one basically follows these characters who are about to leave to go to somewhere. I can't remember exactly where they are going, but they are basically guiding this queen and her surrogate, I guess. Yeah, it's a surrogate. And they're trying to lead them to safety. There's like, of course, like political things and reasons like why they have to have like a surrogacy and stuff like that. But of course, things don't go to plan and all of that. I really appreciated this story. Like I said, like I really like how Omari Richards really writes women. So I think that I would give this one like 4 stars. I was captivated by it. Like, I I liked it. I also read a little bit more of, what is that one? We Were Not Kings. And I keep flipping back and forth on whether or not I should DNF it. And I think the problem with this one is that, like, the character is very passive. And since I'm such a character-driven reader, I'm not sold on, like, wanting to read the rest of this book based on his perspective. I just feel like all the other characters, like, they just seem to have more drive to them. You can tell, like, what they care about. Like, his brother, he's like, I'm not standing for the abuse that his father is doing to their mother. The grandmother is also very much like no filter, doesn't like this guy that her daughter is with. The mother, of course, like, she is abused woman, so that can be a back and forth thing. But even just, like, other side characters, I think there's, like, this passing black woman that's at the college that he's in. What's her name? I don't remember her name. But, like, I just feel like they have way more personality than this character does. And it's not that I'm hating it, but, like, yeah, I just want a little bit more activeness from this character. And it doesn't help that the writing just feels like we are basically getting, like, a play-by-play by, like, what happens, like, each day. I just keep feeling like I'm being told, like, this is what this happened, and then this happened, just, like, day-to-day things, and I'm just finding it hard to care. And I think it's that distance with the character that I'm just like, I don't care. So I don't know. I might DNF it, I might not, but let me go ahead and run my errands and I'll take you guys along with me. I have actually been reading, which is wild to say, but, like, definitely have some updates. So, the first one is I DNF'd We Were Not Kings. And honestly, I feel like it's exactly the reasons that I said before. The character is very passive, and I just don't think he's interesting to follow. I think all of the side characters were very interesting. And I honestly wish that maybe the brother could have been, like, the main character, because I feel like the brother actually had a much more interesting dynamic with the family than the brother did. And I also feel like I got more of the motivation behind that character a little bit more than whatever the main character's name is in this one, because I don't even remember his name. Like, he's just that forgettable for me that, like, I cannot do it. So I DNF'd that one and sent off my review to NetGalley. I have been appreciating that I can DNF arcs, because I feel like that's honestly partly the reason why I've been reading super slow lately, because I've been trying to get through arcs and I'm not in love with a lot of them. So DNFing them and sending my feedback has been great. I have also read a few more short stories and the Melanin anthology, and I'm trying to think. Let me see. I'm gonna open my Kindle because I remember I read two short stories. One of them I did DNF. I DNF the one by Shakira Sean. I could not get into that rating. Oh my gosh. Like, first of all, it started off with just, like, some backstory. And you guys know how I feel about backstory. Like, especially in the beginning, my eyes glaze over so much. We're in the very beginning and we're given information about, like, his family backstory. And I don't know if it applies or if it's important to the rest of the story, but let me tell you how much I did not care about that. So I was just like already not off to a great start. And then we get to the actual narrative, I think. Like the part, I don't know, there's some kind of accident that happens, and I guess the accident gives them superpowers. And I cannot stand the dialogue. The way that the dialogue was written was just, I don't know, it just didn't feel authentic or real or something. Like something was off about it. Like I just did not like the writing in that one. And it just felt so juvenile, I want to say. Not necessarily that they're like a super new author, but like the writing just did not seem like it was up to par with the other stories that I read. And so, yeah, I was just like, I'm not going to finish this. I think I had maybe like 10 minutes left of it before I DNF'd it. And I was like, nah. Plus, there was like some kind of like love story building. And I was just like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to see what the other story is. Oh, yeah, I read the D.L. Howard one. This is another one that had a character that I didn't necessarily love. I didn't think that this was a bad story. Let me see what I wrote because honestly, I'm not really remembering much about it. Oh, I was like, I kind of skimmed this one and it almost felt like it ended abruptly. It read young and I wasn't that engaged with it. I guess when I'm thinking about this one, I feel like this one, it definitely did read young, but I also feel like this one also had a problem with like the other characters being a little bit more interesting than the main character. And since I'm such a character driven reader, like I just didn't feel in love with this one. And I feel like honestly, because I have tried something by this author before, what did I is it When Shadows Fall? I think that's what that book is called. But I tried that one by this author and I feel like it had like the same kind of issues. I just don't think that I like her writing. I feel like her writing definitely does lean more towards the young adult side of books, and that's not a bad thing at all. But I also just have not been in love with her characters. Like, I don't know, just the dynamics that they have with each other and just all of that, like I just haven't been in love with what I read by her so far. So this actually just might not be an author that I enjoy. But those are the two short stories that I read in the anthology. So I'm now 37% into it. The next one is by C.M. Lockhart. So I'm thinking that one should be good. Just because I really like C.M. Lockhart's writing. So yeah, we will see how the next few stories go. But definitely some duds in the last few stories. I have also read a little bit more of Heavy is the Head. I am now 212 pages into it. I was reading this a lot last night and Kala is still annoying the hell out of me because girl, like I don't know. Like they're starting to get to this point that like they feel like they have feelings for each other, but like I don't necessarily feel like that connection was really built, if that makes sense. Like they had like a few conversations, but where I'm kind of getting that disconnect is that like they had like a few like back and forth like conversations just on like the politics and things happening, and Makai, who is the prince, he like admires Caleb, and of course Caleb like admires him in terms of like they're sexually attracted to each other. Like there's that initial attraction to each other. But when it comes to like their actual connection, I'm not necessarily getting that emotional connection. And the thing that just happened, like Kala is a crybaby. Like I think that this author actually writes a lot of crying female main characters. And there's something to be said about a darker skinned woman being allowed to just cry when she needs to. Like I think that's where this author really like leans into. But because Kala cries so much, like I feel like every time she cries, like it doesn't feel like it's doing anything narratively. Like it should be this important emotional moment for her, but because she does it so often, it doesn't do anything for me. And so now she's been crying for days because of something that Makai had no control over. And of course, Kala doesn't understand that. Like she doesn't know the backstory behind like why the certain thing happened. But like, girl, you're crying over a guy that like never even really set his intentions towards you. Like you just are sexually attracted to him, but you also have this best friend that you're also attracted to. Girl, like Kayla, whatever your name is, like, gosh, you are so annoying. Man, so annoying. But like I said multiple times as I've read this book, like over the course of my channel, this book is not perfect at all. But because I like Makai and I like his internal struggle with like the politics and stuff happening, that's why I keep going back to this book because Kala, she can kick rocks. But like Makai, I love his character so much. And the external plot, not the best. Like, honestly, I feel like this book is struggling with a little bit of like pacing issues in terms of that. And I wish that the politics and the romance like interconnected a little bit more. But I come to this book for Makai. That's it. Like, I'm starting to understand that. I love Makai a lot. So I will probably finish this soon, but I don't know. I have not read more of Fevered Star. I was planning to yesterday, but time just got away from me because I had to do some trainings and stuff. So I want to get to that today because I don't have to work today, but I also have a lot of other things to do. So we'll see. I also haven't gotten to the memory loss, I think that's what it's called. I think this is one that I will restart because I did kind of start playing it again, but then I was just like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I know what's going on, but like I don't feel compelled to finish it. I feel like that's just because I'm not engaged yet and because of the narrator's voice, like I was saying earlier. I might actually start a new audiobook because I have to do like meal prep and stuff today and I want something to listen to, but I also don't want to get back into the middle of 5 books because man, it has been a struggle actually because I have been feeling the urge to pick up something new. It has been a strong urge and I've been telling myself, do not pick up another book. Like, do not do it. And I want to so bad, but I want to finish these books because I've been reading them for so long and I'm ready to be in the middle of something new. As you saw when I went to the wellness shop and the beauty supply store, I also went to the library and I got Feast of Carnival. I think before you see this video, you will see that I tried a chapter of this one and I wasn't in love with it, but like I feel like I'm so intrigued to read more of it. So I feel like that's one that I want to pick up, especially because I feel like we are more into like the festival season right now with like fall festivals and stuff like that. So I'm feeling in the mood to read that. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know what I'm in the mood to read right now. Like, I feel like if I really sit with myself, I'll be able to figure it out. But I just feel the urge to pick up something new. And I'm not sure what it's going to be. So we'll see if I actually pick up another book in this vlog. I'm trying not to, but we'll see. I want to at least finish this book because I'm almost done with it. So I want to at least finish this one and get down to 3 books I'm currently reading. But yeah, for now, let me go and eat something because I haven't eaten anything. I spent the morning filming this very rambly video about curating my reading taste that is going to be a beast to edit because I think it's like an hour and a half long and I don't want a video to be that long. So I will probably cut down on a lot. But I filmed that this morning so I haven't eaten anything. So I will probably do that first and then get on with just other things that I need to do to prepare for the week and hopefully just rest a little bit too because I need rest. So let me go ahead and do that and I will check in later. Kindle would not let me be great and already start the Tamara's Ray arc that I got. But I'm actually kind of upset because I was gonna read that over my lunch break because I was like, "Ooh, I got accepted this morning," and I'm just like, "I want to read it," and it wouldn't load for me. I feel like that was just like my Kindle's way of telling me that I need to finish some of the books that I've been reading for a while. So I did actually finish a book. The book that I finished that I kind of knew that I would finish in this vlog is the Heavy as the Head Love and War book that I've been rereading. And I feel like I still have a lot of the same thoughts. Like, I wasn't really obsessed with like the plot. I think that that could have been like paced a little bit better, and like the build-ups in terms of like what happens could have been better. I also think that the world building could have been better. The relationship dynamic could have been better. But I love Makai. I do. I love him so much. And I was actually talking to the author because we're actually friends. And she knows I absolutely hate Kala. I cannot stand her. And I was actually texting her and I was like, there's no reason for me to like her. Like, why is she effing her best friend while thinking of the prince? Kala is a straight mess. Like, yeah, she is so annoying to me. And I will say Makai is a mess too. But I feel like he's not as messy. Like, he's just more angsty with it. Like, he has daddy issues. He has the weight of the crown on him. While Kala just be doing dumb shit. Like, literally, oh my gosh, Kala just makes me shake my head so much. But I always go back to this book because I love Makai. So I gave this one around 3.5 stars. I don't think I will change it just because it's not quite a 4 star for me just because of all the things that I said. But yeah, I definitely still really enjoyed my reread of this. In terms of other things that I have read, I don't think I've read anything else. I'm still reading Memory Lost. I have not updated that since I started it, but I'm hoping that I will get to that one hopefully in the next vlog. Also, Fevered Star, also hoping to get to that one more into the next vlog. But I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm really into my paranormal mood right now, and those books aren't paranormal. So I don't know what's gonna happen in that next vlog. I did make a tentative TBR that I'll put on the screen. This is very ambitious for me because yeah, I don't ever read this many books in a month. But I'm thinking that at least two of them are mangas because I think the 30 and 30 is happening this month. So I was like, okay, I want to try Blood on the Tracks because I heard really good things about that and I heard that it gets wild and I think I'm going to fly through those first 2 volumes. So I requested that from the library. I also have so many arcs. Oh my gosh. Like in the next vlog, I do need to read quite a few of my arcs because October is a crazy release month for me, and I'm excited for that. I'm really hopeful for these arcs, but the way that my arcs have been going this year, I'm not quite sure how I will feel about them. I was actually looking at my Net Galley earlier, and it kind of makes sense why I was kind of in a slump because a lot of them didn't reach 4 stars, and a lot of them I also DNF'd. So I'm really hoping that these last few don't. I feel like I have very strong contenders of like what could be like really decent reads. So I'm really hopeful. But like I said, I'm very much in my paranormal mood right now. So I tried to put those on my TBR for next month to see how that will work. But yeah, we're just gonna go with the flow. But that will wrap up this video. I really hope that you have enjoyed this vlog. If you want to leave a comment to let me know that you are here, you can just leave whatever emoji I put on the screen. But until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye!